Hey Scorpio, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your storyline or wavelength on this reading, go check your other major placements. And we're going to start off with Botanical Inspirations. What? Yeah, this is my first set of readings on here without the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck, which I still love and think is the best deck in the entire world. But I don't want to hate it, which happens if I get bored of something. So I'm moving on for the time being to these botanical inspirations, and they're based on Victorian ideas of what the flowers meant. So we're gonna see what kind of energy we might be dealing with here. So we have honeysuckle, woodbine, domestic happiness, and devoted affection. I will wind thee in my arms, so doth the woodbine, the honeysuckle gently entwist. Shakespeare, so there you go. That's your first glimpse of these cards. I think they're very beautiful and they've enchanted me completely. And I have bought a couple different oracle cards and decks, tarot decks recently, and they expecting them, loving them, but not being able to connect with them. But this one I've connected with, and the Golden Tarot too I've connected with. Just almost instantaneously. I got them like 2 days ago, and I've been doing nothing but playing with them, and I just really love them. So it's also called Woodbine. So it's about being really entwined with something and somebody, being really connected to, feeling that sense of connection, and in the home. And yeah, I'm really seeing the devoted here, really devoted to something, really intertwined with something, and deeply connected to something. Maybe a dream, could be a person. It says domestic happiness, but it could also be, you know, a dream, maybe where you live, maybe your home. I love honeysuckle. You know, it's a climbing plant, growing together. And really, this is one of those like devotion focused plants, very committed to something. Okay, and then we're going to move to the Golden Tarot for your tarot spread here, Scorpio. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. That's funny. Libra just got a couple of these cards, but in totally different places. So these cards are Renaissance and medieval art collages. So just to give you a heads up on what we might be looking at here today. So then we have, in your recent past, you have the Seven of Coins. Good to see this in your past, hopefully. Oh, I don't know. Your Seven of Coins here is this waiting energy, waiting for the fruits of your labors, waiting for the fruits to ripen. It's like August or September, and these are late ripening apples, it appears. So you're just kind of, okay, they're coming. Oh, I love this because a lot of the flowers from this deck, from the Botanical deck, show up in this this Golden Tarot deck, and I guess maybe that's why I wanted to do them together, because it seemed a little weird to me, like, wait, we're gonna just change everything together? And I was like, yeah, we are. I know that freaks you out. It makes you feel like you're riding a motorcycle without a helmet, driving a car without a seatbelt. It's weird feeling, but that's what I wanted to do. Well, part of me wanted to do that, and another part of me really did not. There's an iris here, waiting for signs and messages. So you've been waiting very patiently for something to come to fruition, possibly something you put a lot of work into. You might have been waiting for a message as well, some sort of sign that this was actually coming to fruition, that these apples actually do ripen and are actually going to be yours someday. I love how we have this little, the dogs in this deck are really fascinating to me. We have like a little poodle here who's looking towards the future. He's very innocent, very cute little poodle here. I don't know if you can see him. Maybe he's just looking at his tail, but I think he might be looking at the future, and you might be looking at the past, at like all the work that you've done and everything that you did, and you've been waiting for a long time for something to happen, something to come to fruition. You put a lot of work into something, and you're waiting for it to come to fruition. In your current situation, I do not like this. Yeah, Libra's reading wasn't fabulous this week either, but it's okay. We can have not fabulous weeks, and then we'll have fabulous weeks later. So you have the Seven of Swords energy. So this is someone stealing, sneaking off. The swords are communication, ideas, some sort of argument or battle of the ideas has been curtailed by someone just clamming up, not talking about it, moving on. Maybe some sneaky behavior. This can be talking about sneaky behavior, stealing behavior, and also just, I mean, that's what happens. That's why silent treatment is part of emotional abuse in our domestic relationships, because it doesn't allow the other person any choice or any say. I mean, that's the whole point of it, is not allowing anybody else to have any say. But it is part of domestic emotional abuse because, and I'm saying domestic because we have this honeysuckle, someone you're very tightly entwined with here, because that and lying and a bunch of other behaviors, why they're wrong is because they rob the other person of their own agency, their own ability to affect their environment, their own ability to defend themselves or talk about what's on their mind or get their needs met. You know, when we're lying to people, we're telling them, and so you may be being lied to right now, or you may be doing this. So when we're lying to people, we're trying to control their reaction. We're trying to control them by controlling what they hear and what they know, and thereby control what we have to deal with. So lying is a way of trying to, it's based in insecurity, and it's a way to try to control our environment so that, and control the people in our environment so that we don't have to deal with their reactions to what we want to do. We don't have to deal with that. So it robs other people of agency. And so the Seven of Swords, this can be very sneaky behavior, this can be lying behavior, but this can also be clamming up, not talking about it behavior, because what that does is that's another way of controlling. You don't think that you can deal with, you don't want to deal with, you can't deal with other people and how they're going to respond to something. So you just don't talk to them, you just don't tell them. So you're moving forward here with or not, you're moving forward, I don't know. There's some sort of communication issue that is robbing the other person of their agency and their ability to make decisions for themselves. So that could be you, or that could be so if that's you, here's a little lecture on what the effect is that you reduce someone else's humanity in a way, and their full range of how they want, being who they are and bringing who they are to any situation. If you're experiencing that, you know it's pretty painful and difficult to and unfair. So this is an unfairness, some level of unfairness. What you're hoping for here, of course, is this Three of Cups energy, like getting together with friends, connecting. You're hoping for a deep connection, which of course this type of behavior won't allow for. But you're hoping for a deep connection, singing together, hanging out together. Again, we've got a little dog here. This one's sitting, just enjoying the enjoyment. I mean, there's just so much joy and pleasure. We've got music here. We've got hanging out with friends, gathering together, and enjoying nature, enjoying each other, enjoying our pretty little outfits, all of that right here. So that's what you're hoping for, is this connection with friends, is to connect with someone, build with someone. If you're a massive introvert and for some reason your introvert cup is not full at this point in the pandemic, you might be afraid. This is in your hopes and fears column, so you might be afraid of connecting with people, and you don't want to go to a party. But as an introvert myself, I'm going to tell you my introvert cup is full. I do not need alone time for a little, probably. After like a couple hours of seeing people, I would totally need the alone time again. But so this is connecting with people. You're thinking about that. How can that happen? You'd really like that to happen. What's at issue here is this Four of Wands card, but it's in reverse. So there's some sort of lack of recognition or a lack of commitment. This is really interesting because we have this domestic issue and this entwined issue, and in this Four of Wands we're seeing not entwined. So there could be someone that you're hoping to connect with, but they're not communicating with you, or if they are, you've been waiting. So in summary, this could be a relationship where you've been waiting a long time to connect with someone. Someone's not talking, but you're really longing to make this connection, and it's just not happening. This is supposed to be the engagement card in the upright, but it's just not happening. We're not entwined. We're not engaged. We're not connected. We're not committed. And this is why we're talking about devotion here in this honeysuckle card. Devotion and intertwining. And this is not intertwined. These sticks are in the reverse. These sticks don't connect. They're not connecting up here. We're down here where they're separated. And there is not a celebration going on here. Nobody's happy about this. There's some sort of maybe a trial separation. I'm really getting strong. Obviously, with this honeysuckle, we started with domestic issues. So obviously, I'm getting a strong relationship vibe off of this. This could be work or family of origin issues or something like that also. So yeah, I just feel there's a disconnect here. The fruits of your labors have not come in. Maybe you've put in the work, but the other person hasn't. There's no celebration going on here. There might actually be some grief about these Four of Wands not coming together. So in the upright, they would be like a leveling up of commitment, the next level, bringing it public. And so maybe this commitment has had to stay secret. Maybe there's something that needs to stay secret because there's a very public vibe to Four of Wands here. You're out in the public here. So maybe there's a commitment, but it has to remain secret, and that's causing a problem here. Or because we have the Seven of Swords card here, so that there's some sort of secret issue going on here. Or this could be just a separation based on not talking or a lack of communication, things not coming together that should have come together, or you were expecting and hoping and waiting for them to come together and they're just not. Because there are a couple coin cards too, there's 3 coin cards. So I guess we could get it from any direct, this could also be a strong work, having put the work into something and having the rewards of your labor sort of stolen from you or taken from you, and not having gotten a promotion or a job that you thought you were qualified for. And then we have in your environment, we have the 8 of coins. So somebody in your environment is able to be who they are, and there's a strong work element here. Someone's working, they're working very hard, they're enjoying their work, and they're bringing who they are into their work. And I really like that. So at first it started out as a relationship, but if we're talking a work vibe here, then somebody is very fascinated with their work and it has a job that they really like, and maybe got a position that you wanted and you thought you were going to get. If this is a relationship vibe, it could be that work is just really interfering with this relationship and someone's very busy at work and does not have time to devote to relationships and figuring out and talking it out and figuring out what's going on. Your to-do list is the 4 of Swords, the nap. It's nap time. You're taking a break. You maybe were pushing too hard or something here has obviously gone wrong, and you just need to rest. This isn't quitting. No, when we go home from work at the end of the day, we're not quitting our jobs. We're going home to rest and recuperate and make meals and clean the kitchen and clean the bathroom and make sure everybody does their homework, and eventually sleep at the end of that. So that's what's going on here. If numbers are your thing, I just saw the number 1414. So those repeated numbers are sometimes important to me. So if they're important to you, Scorpio, please enjoy that 1414. So this 4 of Swords here, this is about resting, resting up for tomorrow, resting up and recalibrating, rethinking things, planning for the future, rethinking for the future. I mean, because you've been waiting for something. I don't see it coming in right now. You may need to like rethink something and pull back. If this is a relationship, you need a break. You guys need to separate, or you just need to break. Don't engage with this person. I wouldn't say don't talk to them, but just go take a break or something. You need to not continue on with something. You just need to rest and recalibrate, figure out what you want next, figure out where you want to go, what you want. But a lot of the Four of Swords is just rejuvenation, just resting up for tomorrow, so that you can come out tomorrow with a fresh mind, fresh eyes, fresh ideas, and you're ready to go when the next situation comes up or occurs. So right now your to-do list is take a nap, take a break, Four of Swords, reset, rejuvenate. And where you're going is Two of Coins. So maybe you're not going to get 7 coins, but 2 of them, you've got 7 of coins, 8 of coins, and 2 of coins here. So you're going to be juggling some things. And these are things that don't blend. So this is not the Temperance card. This isn't things that eventually like get a little smoother and feel a little better. This is 2 of coins. So these things are just always going to need to be juggled and balanced. And you know, oftentimes you're not 100% sure that you can do that. It might be a little difficult to balance these things, but you're going to have to juggle a couple things here for a while. Possibly this work and fun, having to balance those things, or having to balance home and work situations. I find it interesting because this reading can be home or work, or love or work, relationships or work. And then this is typically what needs to be balanced here and juggled here. So these things are going to need to be juggled. We keep them in constant motion. I mean, this is a thing that stays in constant motion, or else those, you know, that toy where the ball goes and then comes back, and then if you stop it, it falls off. Yeah, that's a little bit of what this is. It just needs to be constantly juggled. And it looks like it could be something domestic and work, because we've got these cups here, and we've got the 3 of Cups here, and then we have a lot of coins. So it looks like you may need to bring some work-life balance, dealing with that kind of thing. So, okay, Scorpio, well, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, and subscribes. And I also want to know what you think of the new decks here, and yeah, what you thought of them, because it's a little unnerving for me. I'm a little like, wow, where's my security blanket, this Oracle Mystical Moments deck? But we're just doing this for now. All right, Scorpio, hope you have a wonderful week.